fast forward to tomorrow. Hey garden maters, welcome to Corner Homestead. So it is over 100-degree index outside again today, so I thought, why not? Let's water bath. So today I'm going to water bath can some corn cob jelly. I have seen this done. I was intrigued to try this. They say it's like a vegan honey. Now I don't really have a need for honey right now because I still have a lot of jars that I made a couple months ago of the dandelion honey, which is also considered a poor man's honey. If you haven't seen that video, feel free to go back and watch it if you choose. I will link it in the corner at the end of this video. But even though they say this is a vegan honey, I'm still intrigued to try it. So I'm going to make 6 jelly jar sizes. Anything over that I don't think I'm going to keep. Just want to make enough to try it out. Just to give it my opinion. See how it's going to taste, and I will certainly let you know. So let's get started. Corn cob jelly. So they say for this recipe you need at least 12 corn cobs. I just finished canning my corn, as you may have seen in the last video. So I have 15 corn cobs all total. Like I said, they say don't use less than 12. So I just pulled them all out of my freezer. This is 10 of them right here. The other 5 are right here. Like I said, I just pulled them out of the freezer. We're going to get them into the pot, put in the water, get started. These have to boil for a while, so we'll get them going. Okay, so I know it's going to be a little hard to see, but this is the pot I'm going to use to put the actual jelly, make the jelly in. This pot here, I'm just using as my water bath canner. Since I'm using the small jelly jars today, they'll fit right inside this pot. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my corn cobs. That's 10 of them. And the other 5. The recipe calls for 2 quarts of water, so I'm going to add 8 cups of water because 8 cups is 2 quarts. That is 4. And there is our 8. Now it doesn't look like it's going to be enough for all those corn cobs, but this will all cook down. So this is what it looks like after I've put everything in. You can see the water line is down there pretty far, and the corn cobs are all up here. But like I said, they're frozen. They're going to also make a little bit more water. So we're going to put the lid on and let it come up to a boil. Okay, so this has been boiling now for, about 35 minutes I gave it. Okay, so you want to take all the cobs. I'm just going to take all the cobs out first. I've already removed all but these 2. I have these 2 left. I'm just going to use this so I don't have it dripping all over the kitchen. I'm just throwing them in the sink because the cobs, their job is done. So I'm going to take this first because we want, make sure that's not hot. We want 3 cups of the juice. That's probably just about what I have, but you want to strain it. Right there is 3 cups, so it's really not much left. Maybe a quarter cup, if that. Look at that, how that is really a pretty color. So pretty. Looks just golden yellow. So with these 3 cups, I'm going to put them into this pot. And as soon as this comes to a boil, I'm going to be adding 3 cups of sugar. Now, they say to add 4 cups of sugar, but then I've seen other people make it where it's the 50-50 ratio. If you use 3 cups of juice, you use 3 cups of sugar. If you use 10 cups of juice, you would use 10 cups of sugar. So I'm only going to do 3 cups of sugar because I think 4 cups would just be entirely too much. And I don't like things that sweet. So I think the 3 cups is going to be perfect for it, I believe. So we're just getting it back up to a boil. Then I'll add the sugar in. Okay, so I just added 2 cups and it knocked the boil right back down. So now it'll come back up. This is the extra cup. That makes the 3. Go ahead and give it really, really good whisking until the sugar is all melted into it. In the meantime, I'm going to let that come back to a boil again now. Okay, so now that's coming back to a boil, I'm going to add 1 packet of the Sure Gel Pectin. Make sure I get it off. Give it a really, really good whisk now. And you want this to come back again to another boil. A rolling boil this time we need. Okay, so now it's getting back there. So we want to boil this for 1 minute. Okay, so there we go. It's been a minute. We're going to turn it off and we're going to start to process it. Okay, so I've had my jars in the hot water here, and believe me, they are very hot. They've been in the hot water for as long as I put them in there first thing. So I'm just going to get a couple of them out for now. So of course we want to put it in to within the inch of head space. Now I've heard people say that they add food coloring to this to give it a better yellow coloring. Again, I think it's pretty just the way it is. I do not see where it's going to need any food coloring to it. It smells very good. It just smells like corn. That's all it smells like in here is corn. Now I know it's frowned upon, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just going to put the knife down into here to give it just a little debubble. Have my paper towel with vinegar. Oh, these jars are so hot. Give it a really, really good wiping. If I can hold on to it long enough to even wipe it properly. Gonna put on my lid. Ooh. And of course my band. And I'm gonna need help with these. Finger tight. Woo. That's about all you can give them. Now these are so hot. I'm definitely gonna have to lift these to get them. I'm going to put them back into the canner, into the hot water. And then I'm going to get out a couple more jars. And after I get them all filled, I'll be back. Okay, so I managed to get 5 of the little jelly jars out of it. This is the 6th one that I had. So I got 5 out, put them back in here. Now, of course, this is my pot that I don't have a rack for, so my trick is to put a towel at the bottom so they don't rattle. Got to have something to sit on. As soon as this comes back up to boil, we're going to process for 10 minutes. And that's it. And then we'll be back. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes of processing time. And I'm going to go ahead and get them out of the canner. They look very, very good, like sunshine yellow. Look at that. So I'm just going to put them right here to cool. And hopefully all will seal fine. There we go. All 5 jars. So all 5 of our jars. I know the color is hard to see, but I'll check back on them tomorrow. We're going to leave these sit. Make sure they all seal. I'll leave them sit overnight, and we'll check back tomorrow, and I'll give you a better look at them. So there we have our corn cob jelly. Also, as they call it, vegan honey. I did taste a little bit in the pot after I jarred the 5. The little tiny bit that was left, I tasted just a little bit. It's pretty darn good. So I think I'm going to really like it. So I'm going to keep them here overnight, let them cool. Check back on them tomorrow. I'll give you a better idea. The color is just really, really pretty. I can't get over the color of it. Like I said, a lot of people say that they add food coloring to make the color stand out more. I honestly don't think it needs food coloring. Why add something if you don't need it? So again, leave them sit overnight, make sure everything seals. But I think I'm going to be really happy. As always, thanks for joining me in the kitchen. It's always a pleasure to have you here. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Love to have you as part of my Garden Mater community. Until next time, love y'all. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you on the next video. Fast forward to tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day. This is all of my corn cob jelly. Very watery in there. But I'm thinking it could be normal because when I did my dandelion honey, this is how it looks, and then once it's in the refrigerator, it thickens up. So hopefully, it does coat the jar. When I do that, I can see it's coating it. But the color is just so pretty. Let me bring it over here. There's the color. I mean, it's definitely a nice shade of corn yellow. I know it's hard to see. But yeah, I think it's going to be okay. 5 jars of corn cob jelly for the pantry. Thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up.